with the pile full of notes. We are 5 Live. I'm Bobby T.
We're so dumb with our notes.
So dumb.
I'm Martin.
I'm Krista.
I'm a dumb note taker.
And we are doing our Wrestling Weekly live show.
Hey, did you know that taking notes actually determines my sexuality?
I hear.
Yeah.
I hear. That's what. So what we're referencing is these guys made some just ridiculous comments on our one of our videos. One guy said no one cares about WWE, and he makes a comment on a 7-month-old video
about WWE.
About WWE. What an asshole!
That has how many views?
Well, that's the funny part. It does have it's got a couple hundred views.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not like it's our least popular video, but it's definitely hilarious. Let's see if we can hear. We have a heater under the table. It is fucking cold in here. Let's see if we can hear.
Yeah.
All right, hey, we can't hear it. Cool.
Yay.
All right, ready for that.
I mean, it has been. It's like 32 degrees out right now, so
that's
that is like
wave.
a heat wave.
It is a heat wave right now. Yeah.
I mean, you can't see it because it's underneath the table, but I do have my hula skirt on, and I'm ready to luau.
He has been hooling the entire time he's been here.
we are grilling a pig.
Just under the table, we're roasting it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So
Good
a
luck
lot
getting
of
that pig out of the hard frozen ground.
Yes. So a lot of stuff happened. We got a good amount of news here, a good amount of wrestling. This, however, what I'm actually looking at is Fantastic Mania 2018.
Yes.
This is the card for it.
Yes.
It is in 12-point font, 3 full pages of matches that range over the course of 3 days. There's a break in the middle. When they come back for days 2 and 3, there's going to be a brothers tournament where it's literally just I have a brother and we wrestle, and that's the tournament. I don't know if they're going to go kayfabe brothers or just the
Good
physical brothers. Yeah, could it be good brothers? I got Baby T to Two Sweets.
Nice.
She can't quite get this going.
Well, I mean, that's really the true way to do it now anyway, right? The one.
It's the one sweet.
Yeah.
I did say that too.
Unless you're in WWE,
Yeah.
Shinsuke two-sweeted the belt to show AJ his that he's going for it.
Really?
Smackdown. They had a there was a handicap match for the main event. It was Shinsuke, Randy, and AJ versus Nelson Muntz and Martin Prince, and so they were doing a vignette for the 3 of them, and Randy's like, no, I win the I fell asleep halfway through it. But he basically said
the same thing he says all the time.
Exactly. When I win the Rumble, I'm coming for your belt. I'm a good guy. No one likes me. So and then Shinsuke.
That sounds like Randy Orton. That sounds a little just like him. It's like I was there.
Shinsuke sidled in, and he just kind of went, he's like, I'm also in the Rumble, and then he looked over at AJ's belt, and two-sweeted it, and I was like,
because he was a chaos guy, so on top of everything, he's not Bullet Club, so that's speaking of Bullet Club, they have a little bit of news. Everyone's got news this week.
Everyone's got news.
And did you get to watch Being the Elite this week with Kenny and Cody? And they do a back and forth shot. If you guys get a chance, check out Being the Elite. But they do a back and forth produced shot where they are eating their food just contentiously, I guess.
I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah.
But Kenny is eating a giant ice cream sundae, and Cody's eating ribs.
Nice.
And then at one point, Cody takes a sip of his beer, and he does it all menacingly. And Kenny grabs a pitcher of water, and it's got
a giant straw in it. So that's actually the funny part is that they're doing Being the Elite. BTE is drug free. Yeah, is the gimmick they're trying to work out. And then meanwhile, Cody's like. Puts it under the table. It's so funny what they're doing right now. I really love it. So let's talk about Raw.
Yeah.
We'll dive in it. So we're gonna do. We talked about this earlier today, Martin and I. We're gonna change up our format just a little bit for the Wednesday show. Just like we did.
We're just going to talk about old Golden Girls episodes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, thank you for being a friend. I mean, God, what kind of gimmick do you think we're running?
How dare you not run these changes by me?
Well, Chris's phone apparently is stuck in 1999 and cannot receive pictures, so I don't know what to say about that. But
Chris got himself a BlackBerry.
It's true.
He wants to be up.
He wanted to be up like Jay-Z. So,
actually,
so yeah,
I
we're
got
gonna
a
be
T-Mobile
doing
sidekick. Get it right.
that one flip, son. So, we're gonna be doing Raw and SmackDown as we normally do.
Sorry, just the ridiculousness of someone
I really want to punch
walking
Martin in the throat
with a
right
sidekick.
Like I'm really trying to say, like we're gonna expedite this show a little bit, and he just won't shut up.
I'm sorry, I made a bad joke.
So, all right, so we're gonna do Raw and SmackDown. We're gonna kind of go through it a little faster. We were figuring that if we're not just talking about WWE, we don't have to pontificate
nobody cares about the
Elias
WWE,
matches.
so
Yes, exactly.
Well, no one cares about the WWE. It's very true, but we do get mired in talking about Dana Brooke spots, and we're like, Dana fucking Brooke, who cares?
She's hot.
She
rocks that suit.
Look, we're not talking about that.
That's a different that's 5 Live After Dark.
Yeah. We are also, oddly enough, with Rhonda Shear. What was that her name?
What I do.
Up All Night on USA. Wasn't that Rhonda Shear?
This asshole's gonna punch me because I'm laughing at a joke.
What was that it?
I don't remember.
Oh, you masturbated chronically to that show.
No, I actually didn't. I grew up.
You wrote it in your high school yearbook.
I grew up without cable.
That's true.
So, anyway.
So you did it to VHS tapes? That's just weird.
No, to the squiggly line.
So yeah, we'll be going over NJPW because it's just gotten so good that we can't ignore it anymore. And we love NEW, Northeast Wrestling, out of Connecticut here. So we're going to talk about them a little bit. And then other news around the wrestling world. Not quite as WWE-centric. That said, let's talk about some WWE.
All right. So Raw opened this week they're in Memphis. And Roman walks out to Lusty Booze. Lusty
Booze.
No,
they're hating him.
And yet, they also cheered him. So it's super annoying, and I hate it.
He is the big dog. So,
So, the best is Jason Jordan interrupted, and the crowd kept booing, and then they started chanting, "You both suck."
Yeah. That was like a Philly-level crowd, dude. Yeah. They were really tying it on.
Sorry, go ahead.
They had Daddy's Boy was going.
Yes,
they had... you both suck. Yep. This sucks. Boring. Yep. They were all over it. Like everywhere these guys try to turn.
I'm really kind of disappointed with what they're doing with Jason Jordan, especially later on in the match where.
He got a little dumb.
No, not even that, but like he's just like a bumbling idiot.
Yeah, he got dumb. This is a guy who on SmackDown was like a legitimate threat.
Yeah,
that's the Gable. So how did he get so dumb?
Stood went toe to toe with Roman Reigns and John Cena in singles matches.
In matches where we were like, whoa, this kid's legit.
It's almost as if they're bad writers. Anyways,
hey, before we get into more bad writer talk, guys, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the like, it does help us. We are finally over one of our big humps, so we're going to get hopefully a little more visibility, fingers crossed, but the likes and everything really do help. So like, share, and subscribe, and at 5 Live VP on everything.
Yeah. I did like the Champions Club. I did enjoy
that was so funny,
I did enjoy
so Seth came out, and then JJ is like, hey, why don't we call ourselves the Champions Club, and we're better than the Shield. Basically, he was saying Dean Ambrose sucks, and I'm better than him.
Yeah.
So, of course, Roman and Seth were like, oh, no, you're not better than our token white guy. And so... then he says that we might be the most dominant 3-man group in WWE, and then Balor's music hits, and I
good.
Marked out. I literally started screaming in my house. Yes! Oh,
he
so
grabbed his kid and was shaking
really did. I was like, you don't understand! You don't understand! He's crying.
Yelling into his face. He's like, Dad,
He's like, I don't care that it's your birthday. Wake up!
Dad, your breath stinks, and he's just yelling.
It smells like Slim Jims and energy drinks.
So anyways, I don't need Slim Jims.
That's what you took out of all of that?
It's like, oh no, I was yelling at my kid. So yes, so then Balor Club comes out and they challenge him, and it's going to be Balor Club versus Champions Club later on tonight.
Every Tuesday when Martin's child goes to school, Martin has to explain that the bruises on his child are not from abuse, but from marking out and wrestling.
For excitement
Sorry guys, I marked out a little bit.
For excitement at Monday Night Raw.
I flung him around the room by his backpack. Sorry.
He's like, listen, I'm just training him.
But too sweet, right guys?
The funny thing is the athlete.
I can just see him trying to too sweet the social worker. He's like, come on, man. Oh, whatever, you're a square.
He fucking marked.
That was the best. But fantastic.
You know, this is funny because we haven't been together in the arcade, the three of us, in a while.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny now, like, we're all here, we're like, jokes.
Sorry, I'm sorry I
It's okay.
expedited the
funny.
process for...
You were slowing us up.
right.
This is hilarious. No,
So, so we get a, by the way, Raw was apparently run by Teddy Long because it was 6-man tag teams.
You know what it is? It's like they watch Wrestle Kingdom and they're like, hey, you know it was a really good match? That's 6-man tag. Let's do that.
Let's just do that all the time.
Let's do that.
Yeah, no, that's funny that you think they watch Wrestle Kingdom.
It was more like, hey, we have all these wrestlers that we don't know what to do with. Let's just throw them all in the ring at the same time.
Start using them.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy idea. Someone went to Vince. Here's a crazy idea, Vince. Anyway,
Vince is like, but are they going to do it in a Punjabi person?
Yeah.
That's what the compromise was. It was Punjabi person. Then he's like, no, 6-man tags, and that's...
Just for the record, my mother is on the chat right now, and she's saying we need to leave Martin alone and stop making fun of him. Much like the time my mother called my job and asked for little Bobby, you are now also being embarrassed by getting someone to defend you.
We're not picking on him.
Oh no!
No.
Not yet.
I'm not embarrassed by it. Someone loves me. I will accept that. I get so little. Anyways, we get next thing is women's tag team match. Bailey and Sasha come out with Mickey in street clothes, looking fine.
Mm-hmm. Which doesn't have those stupid boot things.
Yeah. Michael Cole's family is safe. He says boss time, so we're good there.
We're good.
He said it a few times.
Yep.
He blinked 3 times at the camera and said boss time.
So then
he does the Indiana Jones, so when he blinks, he says boss time on it. The one thing I thought...
I just want my child.
The one thing I thought that was funny about the whole entrance for this match...
Yes.
Bailey was trying to show Mickey like what to do,
and that is my favorite running subplot. It is my favorite running subplot that apparently Mickey is either A, too southern, or B, too old to understand what the Bailey buddies are,
or C, afraid of fun.
Right, again, doesn't know what to do.
I love it. Yeah,
because it's an excellent running subplot.
It was because she did it like 2 or 3 times, like showing her what to do as they were coming down, and then. And the camera even panned away from her because Bailey was giving one of her things to like a fan or whatever, and Mickey just kept walking. They're like, I don't know what to do, and then they just kept panning away, and Bailey was kind of in the background there. Yeah, but
it's great.
I found that kind of interesting. I'm like, how do you not?
That is my favorite. That is my favorite running subplot. Mickey versus Bailey's fandom. So. Then we get
fun.
Exactly, and then
she's just afraid of fun.
So Absolution comes out, and it's Mandy and Sonya. Paige again looking fine in street clothes, and then, dude, even Corey Graves can't sell "Put your hair up and square up."
Yeah.
No, he's even having a hard time with that.
When Corey Graves can't sell your catchphrases, maybe your catchphrases are dumb.
Yeah, maybe you back
She
off.
said it in the middle of the match too. Like, oh, that was terrible.
She's like, her opponent's like, again? Okay.
She's like, my hair is already up. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, Bailey's like, I have a ponytail in. Why are you yelling at me?
Why are you screaming instructions at me?
That was rough.
Sasha, it was an okay match. They sold Sasha as like sudden, like she put the bank statement on like very quickly and tapped her out. It was really cool.
Now this is actually something I did take a few notes very simply on this. Why did she tap to Sasha? Absolution, are they tough or not? because she should.
So I think
just let her suffer.
I think what they're like I said, they're pushing the Sasha is sudden. Mm-hmm. So because we're gonna get Sasha versus
put Sasha over.
We're gonna get Sasha versus Paige. That's happening. So.
Yeah, it was one of those matches where I liked the build-up, but the end was left something to be desired. Only because again, Absolution is dominating the whole match,
right.
and then one move, and like I get that because even Corey Graves said it too. He's like, "Oh, one mistake," and Sasha capitalized. Yeah, so I get that, but still, that's like the worst match type for me.
It's terrible booking. Yeah, it really, really is, especially because you have these girls who just came up and they're that dominant.
Yeah, and then I don't like the put your hair up and square up girl, but the other one, her partner,
Mandy Rose, she's good. She's very good, and she's super attractive, so that helps. And Paige is good too. Mm. Yeah, the put your hair up and square up girl is dumb, especially because she's supposed to be like, I'm an MMA girl. Yeah. Except you have actual MMA chicks down in NXT who are so much better than you.
Yeah, legitimately better.
Yeah.
But the other girl, was it Mandy Rose? I thought her ring work was very good.
Yeah, she's very good.
Was she the one that did the? No, I think of a different match. Sorry, go ahead.
So then we get the Goldust and Cedric team up again, which
I love this. I love this so much. Yeah. Cedric and Goldie just really being who he is, and you just love him for it.
Yeah. Then
his mixed match partner is Alicia Fox.
Yes,
I think that's
crazy. I love it.
By the way, someone else pointed out this is the third partner of Goldust, who is an African American who does a scissor kick.
Nice.
Wow, he's got a type.
Yeah, very specific.
No, I love that he does the. What I actually written down here was Goldie Alexander is great. The Rocky bit's hilarious. Yeah. He's like quoting Burgess Meredith like directly.
Exactly.
Beautiful. He's just so good. It reminded me of the old days of Booker and when they would do like the little vignettes together.
Exactly.
Like, I love when Booker does the is it Gladiator?
Yes.
He's like, look at my sword! It's so funny. If you get a chance, go back and look at the old Golden Book stuff. Yeah. It's so good.
Matt Hardy comes out and he has his new entrance music and it is great. Unfortunately, the Tron is not they screwed up on the Tron. They put up the old Hardy Boy stuff. Then he jobs out Kurt Hawkins, which is what Kurt Hawkins does.
That's what he does.
And then Bray does his turn out the light shtick, and then it's just two dudes laughing at each other.
What?
I don't know. Yeah.
The teleportation was flat, man. It just it's like you popped out and you were just like, oh, it's Bray.
I was watching it and I'm like, this would be super hard to explain to people who don't watch wrestling.
Like, pretty much. Well, that's even the broken gimmick was like that, where you're just like, let me explain him talking to a draft to you, and there's a drone involved and a kid. Yeah. Like none of it makes sense.
But that's the thing. The broken stuff was better because it was week to week, not week to week. But every time they did something, it was something new. Mm-hmm. This is just the same old crap over and over again, and it's starting to get stale already, which is a bad sign.
I believe the chant is same old shit, old shit.
So yeah, Elias comes out, he entertains the crowd, and then introduces the Miz. Miz comes out, Miz is back. He invites the Miztourage out. And Bo has his hair down, and the facial he looks so different. It's so cool.
It's so good. Yeah. I love that Bo's crush on the Miz, and he gives him the picture, and he's like, I don't know, I'm gonna sleep without that tonight.
And then Miz cuts a promo saying that he wants the IC title back. Consummate mid-cutter. Doesn't go above the station.
He knows what he wants. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Then.
This just leaves me though. I really think we're gonna see Roman isn't gonna lose it here. He'll lose it in an elimination chamber. I think it'll be.
I'm sorry, because.
Okay, you're crushing poor Murray.
Elimination chamber IC match? Is that really where we are?
They had one for the crap ass ECW title.
Right. Again,
wait a minute. Haven't they had an IC title one before? I think there's been an IC title elimination chamber.
The elimination chamber was SmackDown last year. SmackDown was a championship because that's when Bray
I'm talking like years ago.
Okay.
That'd be a cool match. I mean, you could get Joe in there, Finn,
Roman, Miz, and then I think you get two more people. It doesn't have to be probably Braun.
I'd get Jason Jordan in there.
Jason Jordan, and whoever wins that, you go, okay, I see what they're gonna do with that. Like I see how that works, and you don't have to pin Roman.
No.
So Roman doesn't lose heat. Vince continues to keep his boner, and we get a Finn Balor Tag Team Championship.
I don't want...
I'm sorry, an IC title.
I don't want Finn with the IC title. I want Finn going after the championship that he never fucking lost.
Hey, well, can't get what you want.
Actually,
so
I'd like to see Joe as the IC title
that'd be really good.
Finn. Yeah, I'm
with
thinking,
an open challenge or something.
Yeah,
like that?
I mean, I'm digging Joe more than Finn at this point.
They're making Joe more into ECW Taz.
Yeah.
It seems like more and more by the day. He's adopted.
Except they like him. He can cut. He can cut promos.
Well,
he doesn't turn into a fat piece of crap who can't do commentary. There's a lot of differences.
But Taz's whole thing was the beat me if you can, survive if I let you, and clearly that's where they're running Joe down that lane. So it's really great to see that he's doing so good with it.
Speaking of that, unfortunately, Joe is injured. Legit injured. He had to
right,
back out of the MMC, which sucks because the only thing that would have made me care about the MMC would be he was going to team up with Bailey for the MMC.
Yeah.
So, but the way that got rectified was
Elias,
I just saw that. No. For Bailey, what are you talking about?
She gets Elias.
No, she doesn't. Bailey's tag team partner in the MMC is fucking Sami Zayn.
No, that's Becky.
Is that
and
Becky?
It was amazing.
Yeah, because he had the beard.
He had the beard.
It was. I thought it was. I mixed up my Bailey and my Becky.
Okay, we'll get to it, Kid Cudi. So anyways,
just like Vince. Who are those?
Exactly.
They're
girls. They got boobs, right? So anyways,
yeah.
Goddess. Goddess.
No. We'll talk about the goddess. So Cedric gets the win, we get the cruiserweight title match. Enzo versus Cedric. Cedric gets a win over Enzo.
Dude,
with the count out.
That kick that he did where he cartwheeled off the rope or whatever was insane.
He's amazing.
That was
and
insane.
Enzo remains not very good enough to hold the belt. He's just not good enough.
Is he really hurt? Did he legitimately get
hurt?
No. Okay.
No, he's not legit hurt. He was legit hurt. Not hurt. He was legit dehydrated last week. He caught the flu, but he's not hurt. He's just not good enough. Cedric is dancing rings around this man. Meanwhile, if you get a chance, watch the Grand Metallic match on Superstars this week. Holy crap! First off,
I love that Grand Metallic is on Superstars because it's fine because he's the best thing on Superstars.
He looks like Pentagon Black. He's just wearing all black.
Awesome.
He's just badass, and once again, just the best cruiserweight who gets no play whatsoever. Bar start complaining to Kurt, so they get their rematch at Royal Rumble. Miz gets his rematch at the 25th anniversary of Raw.
All night they're announcing, this person's coming back, that person's coming back. Me either. But you know what this does mean? I have this fucking feeling they're going to do it. This is where they're going to bring back Hogan.
Oh, yeah, no, that's happening. That's happening.
This is going to be it.
Yeah.
As I read...
Enough time has passed.
Enough time has passed in their minds.
He's back.
He's been on the shelf long enough. He's been popping up, and he just recently popped... his name was mentioned. That's what it was that got me.
Yep.
I'm watching Smackdown, and they say... the great WWE champions because they're upset about the possibility of a Freebird world title, which I hope so bad. Anyway,
it's not happening.
We'll get to that in a second. It's not gonna happen. We get and Byron says greats like Bruno Sammartino. He says one other, I can't remember, and he says and Hulk Hogan, and I went, oh shit. Yep. And then they said the 25th anniversary of Raw is coming. I went, oh double shit. They're bringing back Hulk Hogan.
Yep. He will be back, folks.
And I found a crap ass Hulk Hogan pop that we need to burn. So.
Oh, that's good. So anyways, you mean, I can't even call him what his true name should be because it's a horrendous swear here. Whereas in Ireland, it's not, which is why they use it all the time.
Shamo?
No. What does OSW call Hogan?
Oh,
C-word Hogan.
C-word Hogan.
It's not good.
We'll say that, yeah. Yes. I'm like, OSW. Yeah.
So anyways, then we get Alexa. She So she comes up...
skipped a bunch of stuff.
What did we move? What did we lose?
We got Ms. Roman. Did you do the Brock segment?
No.
Because you skipped way towards the end of the show.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. There was a little bit where Alexis basically, she hatches her plan. She's like, I'm going to go lie to Nia about, Asuka. And then, so that comes up later. So,
girl tag.
Yes. So, and then basically I said, is Russo writing Raw again? Because
it feels like it because no women are getting any respect right now. It's all being a sideshow.
And I made my own joke. And I was like, oh, what did Asuka say about Nia? Did you say her hair looks stupid? Because it does.
Yeah, what's with the constant braids?
So awful.
She's putting her hair up because she's ready to square up.
Oh,
I hate everyone.
That is true.
See how I worked that into the words that we were for the show?
So we get Titus.
But she did not square up.
She did not.
No. So
we get
her
Titus,
hair was up.
We get Titus Worldwide versus the Bar, and the. It's, all right. I just.
All right. So basically, we'll just skip right to the end. Titus rolls up. Sheamus for the win. And I don't understand
the best part about that match.
It's a clean roll up.
Yeah, it was super clean.
The best part about that match is what Corey Graves says afterwards about having a win in the data column or whatever. That was probably the best part of that match. Just him.
One thing I'd actually really like to see is they're using Dana Brooke as like
statistician.
Statistician. I really feel like this is, they mentioned this on OSW in the past, that there was a nerd. They had like a Mark character. And said, why not have a Mark who's watched so much wrestling that they know every move that every wrestler does. And they use that to then help their team win and go, oh, he's going to go for this move when he shifts his weight back. I know this because in Royal Rumble, whatever. And
like a wrestling sabermetrics type thing.
Basically, that's exactly it. So I'd really like if they really kind of apply that more to Dana Brooke. That would be really.
I would
really
like them to just focus on her more.
Yeah, well.
But anyways,
again, woo!
Rockin'
that's for the After Dark live show.
So Brock Lesnar's here, and Heyman's. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And then Kane attacks Bork.
That's I had a
smorgasbord.
It's go ahead.
I had a funny thought about that because when at the beginning of Raw, they say Brock is going to respond to what happened, last week, whatever, with Kane and everything like that, but he doesn't respond.
Yep.
Paul Heyman responds.
Well, yeah.
So how does
Bork doesn't have a response?
That's what I'm saying. It's not,
Bork
I'm sorry, I have a chime in from the chat board. Farouk has said, "Damn."
Oh, sweet!
All caps up. Sorry,
all
right,
I can move on.
I gotta go home. I have to go home.
We're done. We're good. Show's over.
Bork doesn't respond unless
I know he doesn't because Paul Heyman is his advocate. I don't know why I quoted Paul Heyman, but Paul Heyman is his advocate.
There you go. Paul Heyman's real, right?
Well, I mean, is that his real name? That could be his. My point is that it's not really a response. It's just, like, they should have said, like,
stop buying into the kayfabe.
Yeah.
All right, I
guess I'm overthinking it.
Kane and Braun brawl out.
Yep.
They
then
bump
Braun attacks Kane.
Kane and Brock brawl out.
Braun shows up. Yeah, Braun's like walking. He's like, bah! And he monsters up.
Because they impeded his walking process.
They throw him. He takes out Kane. He takes out Brock, and then he opens up a random case and pulls out a goddamn grappling hook like it was a G.I. Joe accessory case.
That's awesome.
He got an Invicta case.
Dude, when he
that was like a weapons drop in a video game.
Seriously, and then he took it and he's like whipping it. I'm like, what the hell is going to happen here? Like, I thought he was gonna use it to climb up. I was like,
G.I. Joe was there. Then all of a sudden Sergeant Slaughter just pops out of nowhere.
I was actually gonna wear a G.I. Joe t-shirt today.
It was the weirdest thing in the world.
It was very weird, but I was also impressed that he got the hook in
one
shot.
He did one shot.
Dude,
exactly. I mean,
country strong.
He is country strong. Look,
he is from Elizabethtown,
like,
South Carolina.
I just breastfed my truck. I can do this.
Just because a man's from Chiles Knuckles, North Carolina, doesn't mean he can't do that in one shot, right?
We have Engaged Family Gaming sign in saying, hey, you actually just missed. We talked about Titus Worldwide. I still like his fantasy booking.
It's not going to happen.
Anyways, it's not going to happen, but hey, the Dana Brooke actually fits into that a little bit better to really kind of ramp up who they are.
I am curious. Is there a grappling hook in your Invicta? Hidden underneath the foam? Is that?
Oh my god! So many ways. I wish there was a way I could will it to be in so many ways.
So
just when you need a quick escape.
So he drops scaffolding on Cannon Brock. It is the cheesiest damn thing in the world.
It is very cheesy, but I also like how there's like a bunch of WWE execs there, like yelling at him like a dog. No! They had like the newspaper, like no,
Mama's little boy, no.
That was fantastic, dude. Even Paul Heyman, who's like, no, and his like cheeks and his jowls are all like,
my god, he got his Richard Nixon jowls.
That was the best part. That was the best part of that spot
so
right there,
dumb.
dude. Oh, fantastic!
Oh, it's just so dumb. So then we get Samoa Joe versus Rhino, which was a good. It was a good match, and then we get an amazing promo by Joe.
Yeah, immediately thereafter, he's just awesome.
He's just so good, and now he's hurt. And so then we get
how they work.
So then
this is how it works. You're like, hey, this is awesome. Oh, he's hurt again.
So then we get the Alexis Nia thing.
I don't know who Alexis is. Sorry.
So Alexa walks up to Nia and goes, "Did you hear what Asuka's been saying about you?" And Nia's like, "No, I'm not playing your games, Alexa. I know what you're trying to do." What did she say? And by the way, my acting right there, better than what they did.
That is true.
Imagine that with Chyna's voice. Pretty much.
And some braids. You can braid your hair.
It's not even good enough to be, as we've said this before, when we have to talk about some toys, depending on what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I always say, talk about it like you're doing an after-school snack special in Canada.
Yeah, it was.
And she's that
Drake
bad.
She's that bad. And then on top.
Yeah, Drake and Degrassi.
And then
she's got to work with Drake Ref.
No. The problem isn't Drake Ref. The problem is she sounds like my mom. And it's like I can't take my mom as a monster seriously.
I'm gonna give you a Uranagi.
Yeah, you're gonna get a Uranagi, mister. Just it's so bad.
Go to your room, or it's a Samoan slam for you.
And then of course at the end,
and it's horrendously scripted. And they can't work scripts. Like that's the problem.
They're really bad.
So she's like, oh, and she whispers into her ear, and I'm sure she said, "Your hair is stupid," because it is. So, Nia's like, "Oh, Bliss, do you speak Japanese?" And Bliss is like, "No, I don't."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, Asuka doesn't speak English."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "No, she does. She just spoke English
like
20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
20 minutes ago, she said to Miz, 'We're going to win a tournament.' That's an English sentence. She said it in English."
Miz and Asuka, so good.
Maybe that's like the only thing she can say in English. Like
no, she can win. The only thing.
Yeah,
we can win this tournament. So that's how she orders at McDonald's. We can win this tournament.
As she points at number 3, we can win this tournament.
It's the worst.
Wait,
terrible.
did we just become racist?
No.
Okay.
We're pointing out their terrible racist.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
It's blind, dumb.
Yeah,
booking
just bad
and writing, and just not even being aware of what happened in your show 20 minutes ago. I get you don't want to be aware of what happened last week because in wrestling time doesn't matter, except for if it happened 20 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. Like you can't make me not, especially because of Raw. It's an hour of what happened in the first hour.
Yeah.
So you're constantly rehashing crap, and yet you're ignoring the stuff you want to ignore. It's just.
I mean,
it drives me insane.
I'm glad they're done showing the Shield invasion of SmackDown. Like, I'm glad they finally moved on from that. I don't need to see that again.
So the final match of the night.
Oh wait, no, we missed something. So Asuka comes out, and Nia attacks her, and she starts screaming, "Move!" at the ref. Like a woman standing in line, waiting for someone because she's got to buy her soy milk so she can go pick up her child.
What if she came in with the "I want to speak to your manager" haircut?
Oh,
she drops the braids and spikes it and brushes it to the side.
I would immediately hate her.
If she shows up, it would be the ultimate heel move. She shows up with the haircut of the woman from According to Grizzly.
No. It's the Kate and Johnny Kate plus 8.
Yeah, exactly. That one.
No, let's not. Hey, we're not going to badmouth Chris Lee's wife. Look, it's kind of her fault that she's in this situation. She's let this go on for a little too long. But
she thought
I got a thing for that.
No, I'm not saying anything about her. I'm saying she gets it. She gets it from other things. She doesn't get it from Grizzly. She gets it from other things.
She thought she could change him. And, it was like, maybe I can...
And now she's in it for the money?
Yeah, it was really...
Wait, they're from Georgia, aren't they?
So you're watching according to Grizzly Talk.
Yeah.
So, wait, they're from Georgia, right?
I think so.
Because that means access to rap snacks.
Yes!
Dude, we need more rap snacks.
All right. So, Nia attacks Asuka, and she starts yelling at the ref to move, and it was just awful. And I understand things that happened before didn't happen, but Asuka beat Nia. She beat her handily. Mm-hmm. So, I don't fear her. So... and then there were dummies chanting Nia. I'm like, who are these dummies chanting Nia?
Plants in the audience. That's the only logical thing.
By plants, you mean actual herby leafy.
Yes, exactly.
So, just a fern.
Yep.
So, all right, so let's move on to the 6-man. This 6-man was awesome right from the start because I think right now the Balor Club entrance might be one of the best shots. And you can tell... There's a lot of video of Finn, and it's kind of known that he really puts a lot of stock in the entrance.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of video of him with the camera crews going, no, I want you to stand here.
Yes.
And we're going to do this. And you can tell that level's been put into it because he stands in the corner with the hands up, and then the club are on each side of him throwing up the two sweets. Awesome.
You can tell they're so happy together. They're so... the word's out there that they hang out together behind the scenes all the time. Anyways, but the fact that they're both on what?
My mother, she just posted what rap snacks I'm in. It's gonna be wiggity whack.
Dude, I'm going to spend so much money at that dollar store.
What we need to do is here we go. We can create our own rap snacks loop crate.
That would be pretty good.
We'll pack up every month at the 5 Alive. Yeah, the 5 Alive wrap.
You get a rap snack.
You get a rap snack,
like
a fidget spinner.
So actually,
a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fidget spinner.
All right, so let's actually. So, all right, so let's fire through this match. Dope ass entrance.
Very cool entrance.
They're playing Jordan as a stooge with mega ability,
and it's just so dumb. He's so talented, and it's kind of like what they did when they brought in Angle the first time. He was comedy heel, except for the fact that he could kill you.
Yeah, well, that was always the best part about.
And
Angle.
but I just. In this day and age, when you are so aware of what he can do, it just seems dumb.
So for once in my one time of in this episode where I'll put over Gable as I do in every episode.
You're not gonna wait till SmackDown?
I'm not gonna wait till then. No, I'm gonna go now. I really think still that he should have been the one to show up to say that Kurt Angle's my dad and not Jason Jordan.
Really should have.
I don't know because they're not really doing much with Jason Jordan now anyway, so just be...
Jason Jordan and Shelton Benjamin on SmackDown.
Oh my God.
Versus the Usos? All right, now the show's really over. I gotta go. We were talking before the show about...
as much as
I'm out of here.
As much as I love Gable throwing around the Usos, Jason Jordan and Shelton Benjamin throwing around the Usos.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It'd be magical.
So anyway,
their finisher would be like, they throw you in the air... Like, Jordan throws you in the air like he's the fucking Hulk, and then...
They do Zangief.
Exactly. It becomes a Street Fighter in the middle of the ring. Oh, shit. So, anyway, Jordan and Roman argue.
Jordan and Roman argue that he causes them to lose, essentially, and then...
due to the distraction.
And then, they're like, "Rawr, rawr," and it's just, where's this leading towards?
Well, what's good is Balor gets the pin and the confusion. This is where it leads. Again, going back to, as we start to book towards WrestleMania, you have to take all the events.
Elimination Chamber is so dumb.
It's got to be something to get that belt off of Roman, because they're not going to double... title him at Mania like the Warrior.
No.
So it's got to get off of him some way. So it has to be
I see it happen. No, and the reason I'm saying
Here's my point. So we have New Shield, whatever, the Champions Club. and then we have the club.
Yep.
So you automatically for this, you've got Balor to go against Roman.
Yep.
You've got the club to go up against.
Yes.
Is Dean hurt? Is
Dean's legitimately hurt. So, but yeah, I mean, it sucks that Joe is out, but we can make elimination.
So basically, what happens is that's the thing. Is like who wins the Rumble? Roman's still winning the Rumble. Do you understand the batteries
of batteries?
Duracell
rain from the heavens.
Ever-ready stock is gonna go so high.
Oh man, can we just buy stock in Duracell?
Yeah, because it's
it's gonna be those 6-volt lantern batteries.
The Philly snowballs.
That's a Philly boulder.
Yeah,
that's a Philly snowman.
Yeah. Again, unless they take the swerve route, which is Shinsuke wins it. And he chooses AJ, and then I stop watching wrestling because we can never get better.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about New Japan here in a little bit. So talking about just things that you don't ever think they're going to get better, and then they get better.
So moving on to SmackDown.
Now,
go ahead.
Is New Japan's chimps smarter than
No,
there's no chimps.
No, Japan doesn't have chimps.
Okay. We skipped over. Club wins. Miz Taraj comes down and
beats up Roman.
Shit out of folks.
Dude, that was raw. That was probably the other best thing about the match. The fans were ruthless because they're chanting one more time and everything like that.
Yeah, they kept going back, man, dude. Yeah. So in the chat here, we have Engaged Family wanted to ask the question. Do we believe that the
do we believe in love after love? I do.
Life after love.
Oh, is that what it is?
So were the reveal videos of the mixed match?
Yeah.
Were those in character or were they just?
I don't care.
I think they were a combination of the two. Maybe telling one person and not the other.
Facebook.
Yeah, no, Martin has. He's going to be shooting a video about this one tonight, ranting off.
Either way, whether they were kayfabe or real reactions, I thought they were awesome.
They were all very good. I enjoyed that. These matches are worthless and it's dumb. And you're kicking your own ass because you are putting it up at 10 o'clock on Tuesdays. Don't they have something on at 10 o'clock on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Oh, right. 205 Live. The thing that's been struggling. Jackasses.
This is really bad.
Honestly, I don't care about the matches. The pairings are really the most interesting thing to me. I like Alexa and Braun together. I really like Alicia Fox and Goldust together. I think that's the best team up.
That's my thing. She comes down in a gold captain's hat or an all gold.
Dude, that'd be
awesome. What if she came down as Marlena?
No.
With the giant stupid cigar
and the giant stupid tits. And
oh man.
No,
those
see, because
Alicia
looks. I think Alicia looks good just the way she is.
Oh no, Alicia's got a set on.
Yeah.
You don't realize. By the way, most sexist thing I've ever said. I don't
know. What about the David Brooks stuff you kind of said?
See, my wife on our wedding.
My favorite matchup is Becky Sammy.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, they're just so great. So, anyways, yes. SmackDown starts off with Renee and AJ in the ring, sitting in chairs. It was so weird.
Yeah, it was like a heart-to-heart interview right off the bat.
It was really weird. And then Kevin and Sammy come out, and they are awesome as usual. So, McMahon called Owens and Zayn.
So before we
go
before we go too far into it, Engaged has his point is Facebook watch videos are available on demand. So it may not interfere with the 205 as much because you can get it whenever you want. Same kind of goes for 205 though because it's also on demand.
Right.
So, but WWE's gonna read their data as nobody's watching this live.
Right. So and then on top of it, these matches don't do anything.
Yeah, these are all garbage.
And why put it on Facebook? Why not put it on your...
Because Facebook is giving them money.
I guess. I mean, why not
now,
put it on your network?
I don't understand why this is such a big deal. Like, it was like, oh, these matches are going to be great. Okay, why? Is Braun going to pick up Alexa and, like, beat the other people with her?
That would be great.
Or even more to the fact, okay, what if they go up against a team that's got Nia on it? Is Braun Strowman going to fight Nia Jax? That's not going to happen. So what the hell's the point?
Exactly.
We're just seeing two matches at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, again, for me, it's just the
engages Alexa Bliss fastball special.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
It would be great because
he could totally throw it too.
Yeah, and she'd probably get hurt somehow.
Did you see? Did you see the promo she cut with Braun when they found out that was really good? Yeah, really, and I think that's really the most important thing for me is just the pure fun of the matchup.
Almost as though we're sports entertainment. Entertained.
I'm never entertained.
No, it is. Look, I see the novelty in it, but I also look at it and go, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, I mean, I think this could be. I don't think it has to be its own event. It could. It could be something where they just kind of spread it out among maybe Raw or SmackDown.
But again, here's the thing: they don't need to do it. They're only doing it because Facebook paid them money.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it.
I think they use Martin's money with the amount of mad that he is.
Yeah, seriously.
He wants to fight with us. Over wrestling.
I mean, isn't that the name of the game, to make money and keep your
I believe Vince McMahon once said it's all about the money. It's exactly how he said it.
And then he said,
it's all about the money.
Because with more money, you can buy more Punjabi.
Exactly, that's what it is. He needs the money to fund the Punjabi prison.
Chris, can you show the camera your, my mother's asking, is that a red watch? No, it's a yokai watch.
It's a yokai watch, yeah.
It makes noise
I'm gonna summon this. I'm gonna summon the spirit right now.
The spirit of what?
Whoever's in here, I don't even know who it is. But this guy.
One question.
You shut your mouth about yokai watch, right?
Well, all of a sudden, did I spend your money on this? Are you bargaining?
I don't even watch yokai watch or play the game, so it's.
So getting back to SmackDown, Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott was next. It was a decent match. Becky Lynch took her out with a disarmer. I have to say one thing. Liv Morgan apparently learned her lesson on Twitter and is no longer going after Becky Lynch. She's now taking down easier targets, namely Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. What is it? Alexa said something to Nia about the pink pigtails. It's like, it's okay. Sincerity is the form is the form of flattery or whatever. And she's like, even though someone did it first, and Liv's like, well, it's all right. Nia's also picking up my scraps because she's no longer seeing Enzo Amore.
True.
So, yeah. Anyways, we move on to the Ascension versus the Bludgeon Brothers. This is coming
How the hell did the Ascension get squashed?
They just got chopped out again.
That. I did not like
what's
that
the point? It's just, then we get Zack Ryder versus Mojo Rawley for the first round of the U.S. tournament, and Ryder.
I like Mojo the entire time was talking shit.
Yep.
He was in his
face.
I
like where Mojo's heel character's going with this. Yep. I really do.
I love that he kept pushing around. He's like, where are you at now? Exactly, what are you, big man? What are you? Like, and, so it's pretty cool.
And Ryder looks like a weak bitch.
He did look very weak in this one, but hey.
Then we get Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Gable's wearing a shirt that says "Free the tag titles."
No. Yes, and it looks like it's like written on a piece of tape and then like taped on. It's really good.
They demand that they get their match.
Okay, so their argument is that they win the match.
Yeah, and then a ref comes out of nowhere.
A referee who had nothing to do with the match came out. Then the referee for the match makes the decision that he's going to reverse the decision. And then a third person came in to restart the match. And then the timekeeper rings the bell on the demand of nobody.
Exactly. They lost the instant replay as game.
Yeah, and which is kind of ridiculous because that...
It is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
How
many times do refs make bad decisions and they're just the decisions you have to live with?
It's just what it is. You get freedom powder to the eyes.
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
pinned and, can we not watch the replay that's playing over your head right now?
I mean, isn't that how Kevin Owens lost?
It's how Shane's. It's how Shane McMahon lost it. It's really, really dumb. If you're going to play one side of the aisle, which is everything is kayfabe, everything is there is no instant replay. The ref's decision is the ref's decision. You can't then play the other side of the aisle, which is we can review things and make the right decisions. Like it's one or the other.
It's interesting why they picked that match to be like, this is what we're gonna what we're gonna do.
And it sucks because like when I said this in our episode last week, when I had to go deal with something with my daughter. It was in the middle of the match, and I come back and I see Gable and Benjamin holding the belts, and I went, "What the what just happened?" And I rewind and I see this amazing match. I'm like, this is so good. And then I get to the point that I had seen, like a Tarantino movie. I saw the middle part first, then I saw the beginning, and then I saw the end and went, "All right, come on, man."
So, and then we get. The good thing is Daniel Bryan comes out and he says at Royal Rumble, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match for the title. So that's great. We're going to get a nice long match from them.
Yeah, because he said, Gable said, we could beat the Usos 2 times.
Exactly.
He goes, well, that's your idea for your match.
So then we get Breezango versus Rusev Day. Aiden English declares his and Rusev's entry in the Royal Rumble via song.
I love that right now on Fashion Files on WWE.com. What we are seeing is the Fashion Files are they're currently investigating how it can be Rusev Day.
Yes, every day.
How is this happening?
So then,
I love it. And then their side thing is that the Ascension want to be their friends, and they don't want to be the Ascension. Nice. So the Ascension, they're like these big badass dudes, and they're like, "Hey, you guys want to go out and get some Sundays?" Or
you're gonna be out in the ring for our match with the Bludgeon Brothers, right? They're like, "No, we have our own match."
Yeah, like, ooh. Yeah, it's really, really fun. I love it.
So they get the win, the surprise win over Rusev Day. I love where they're going with the undercard tag match. I don't like the fact that they jobbed out the Ascension, but I love the fact that there's other things happening with the tag teams other than the championship stuff, which is how it is on Raw. Yeah. There are only 2 teams. Yeah. Sometimes
apparently,
3.
Yeah.
So, and then we get the main event, which was a handicap match, AJ, Shinsuke, and Randy versus Sammy and Kevin. And Sammy and Kevin come out and say when they win the handicap match, they are going to freebird the titles. I was so damn happy.
This is where the Hulk Hogan situation came up, and I kind of realized what we were dealing with. At this time, I then also... Back when I had worked at the sign shop, a guy was like, "Hey Bob, you like wrestling? So I found this and I thought of you." And it's a Hulk Hogan pop. And then like a week later, all the Hulk Hogan stuff comes out, and then so it's sitting in here, and almost like just plain old serendipitous kismet, I pull out the Hulk Hogan, I hear the voice on the thing, and I immediately put it all together and went, "Son of a bitch, they're about to bring him back."
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, that's happening.
I
enjoyed the match, but it's it's a nothing match. It's just a thing for a main event. We got the start at the beginning. We talked about it a bit before. Orton said to Styles, "I'm coming for your belt," and then Shinsuke said the same thing. If I get Orton versus Styles, I riot because I don't want to watch that. I want to watch Shinsuke versus Styles. And then, like I said, I it's not going to happen. But holy God. Them freebirding the damn U.S. title or the world title. The best is Byron losing his crap at it.
Oh yeah, and what's great is Corey Graves totally calls him out on it. And he's like, "So wait a minute, you have no problem with the New Day doing it, but you have a problem with these guys doing it. It's like, showing your bias." And he gave the whole, "Well, what about with the greats?"
It's a legacy. Yeah, it's a legacy thing. And Corey Graves is like, "Well, it's also a business, and business changes."
Yeah, all the time, buddy.
But yeah, so
overall, Corey Graves had a lot of really good
He always does.
Awesome.
He's just the best, and that's why when he can't put your hair up and square up work, it's not going to work.
Yeah. So speaking of him, actually, to reference NEW, which we're going to do a little bit of talk about later on in the show here, Northeast Wrestling. They're presenting Corey Graves on Saturday the 27th and the 28th in Philadelphia for the Rumble. So they're actually going to have a signing and everything with him.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's endorsed by them on a lot of things, actually.
Yeah, they have some good connections. They've had Lawler before. They had Cody used to be their champion. Now Flip Gordon is their champion. Flip actually just went back to. He's an active National Guard member, so he just went back to
get his ass back
weekend,
by the 13th because he's got an event.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think wrestling overall was decent this week.
Yeah,
I can't. Well, with WWE was decent this week.
There was, and that's the whole thing. It's like there were a couple good matches, but there were those 1 or 2 sticking points that drove me insane.
Absolutely.
I mean, have you ever watched a Raw or a SmackDown where you're like, I loved everything that happened?
SmackDown's yes, Raw
no. Really?
Yeah.
So in the chat, I asked what were the favorite parts of the week. Engage says they like the Raw finale.
Yep.
And buying the Jason Jordan dork heel 10,000%.
See, if he's going to be a dork heel, that's fine.
Yeah.
If he's going to be like, except you just showed how capable he is, and they're champions.
So he's not even really being a heel, though. He's just being an inept tool. Mm. Like, that's really...
But that's being heelish.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
like,
because being a tool makes the crowd hate you, therefore you're a heel. At least that... Oh, my... So I was listening to the Edge and Christian podcast, and I'm a bit behind, so this was back during Jinder's rule, and Edge is like, I'm loving this Jinder stuff. I'm loving it. He's like,
I remember this.
And he's like, I love it. Edge. Oh. He's like, I'm loving it. Like, the crowd hates him, and they're supposed to. It's like, nope. You're wrong. They're not. They are hating him, but they're hating him for all the wrong reasons. They're hating him because he's terrible at wrestling and he shouldn't be out there.
I think the best part of the Jason Jordan inept part was when he came up with the Champions Club. Like, that was awesome because he's like, oh, we're going to be the champions. And he, like, looks over at them, and he looks over, and he's like, and he's smiling.
They totally shit it down.
Right, and if he's inept in social ways, that's great. Yes. He can't be inept in wrestling ways.
Yeah, he has to. That's the thing, is if they're going to build him off of the Kurt Angle archetype, Kurt Angle would put on a little tiny stupid hat, and he'd ride a scooter, and he would shoot you with milk, and he'd do all these things, and then he'd get in there and absolutely destroy you. Right. Like, all that stuff turned off the second his music started. It was over.
The thing about the ineptness, at the end of the match, it wasn't, he was being a crybaby. Like, that's the big problem I have with Jason Jordan. This kind of, like, I guess, entitled shtick that he's got. Like, what do you mean? What did I do? Like, he's kind of crying about it. Like, that's my biggest problem. It's like, because, again, going back to it, we've seen him have good matches. Yeah. So just let him have a good, like, I'm at the point where it's like, I just want to see him have a good match. Like, I'm tired of...
This whole Seth and Jason thing, I see where they were going with it. And why they're doing it, you got to keep them all in the main picture scene. You got to keep Seth in the main picture scene. He has to have a partner. And
I almost wish they took the Benoit route with them. Just intensity, never really talking that much. Yeah, just kind of really just like brooding almost. Like he was ready always to go. There was I feel like not quite as extreme as Joe is, because Joe is what Benoit was, but with a really good mic skills. This would just be the dominant portion of him.
They could turn him that way. I mean, he could finally get to that point where he's like, I'm fucking tired
of it. But that's what's
happening.
I hope that's where they're going with this. And we get the silent but violent is what it is.
This is so where we're going. And I don't mean the silent but violent. I mean, where we're going is he's going to get his title shot, and he's going to miss, and then he's going to say to Angle, "Rah, screw you, Dad."
That's what we were hoping. We were talking about that earlier.
That's happening.
Or it's either going to be a screw you, Dad, or I was lying the whole time.
Right. And I'm better than you, and then we get Jordan versus Angle.
Yeah, that'd be a good match too. I'm just tired of of the whiny Jason Jordan. I don't care if you want to be a dork, that's cool. But afterwards, like, again, losing and then being like, what do you mean? It wasn't my fault.
I have a question for you.
Meanwhile, he's stooging around. He's doing the curly at the end of the ring.
I have a question for you regarding your already known aversion to having Attitude Stars, show up. Are you prepared for Angle versus Triple H at WrestleMania?
No.
It's going to happen.
I know it's going to happen.
He's going to show up, and he's going to have a Skull King mask, and Stephanie's going to be there, and she's going to be
working dark matches right now. He's gearing up.
Stephanie's going to be there wearing something tight and skimpy, and
I don't want anybody...
Hey, no, I have no problem with
that. I don't want anybody from the Attitude Era in the ring again, except for talent and training purposes. That's it. I just think it's done. It's run its course.
Triple main event.
I appreciate
Brock versus Roman.
There you go.
With honestly, now let's think about in the Vince McMahon mind. At WrestleMania, You say you don't want Attitude Era?
Yeah.
They're going to bring back Hogan. They're going to bring
That's
back...
even worse.
Are they going to try another NWO angle?
Yeah.
Are they going to try...
No.
Not an NWO angle, but just like they did a couple of years ago. Was it Mania 32?
Oh, my God. Yeah,
I think it was.
Triple H versus Sting.
Yeah,
and
then
terrible.
Hogan, and then DX comes down, and this comes down.
God.
And it was just a big Attitude Era. They've been bringing Michaels back for random stuff. Like,
oh, yeah,
the 25th anniversary is coming of
God.
Raw.
Dude,
I'm telling you, this is happening.
For the 25th anniversary, have them come back. Have them come back in the ring and take a bow, do whatever they need to do, get their little curtain call, and then get out. I don't
think that's happening. So let's get away from WWE and the headaches that it is, because we'll overbook this thing like crazy.
It's just terrible.
Gingerbeard is saying, enjoy the Raw 25th anniversary show, Chris.
Oh, it's
gonna
I'm
be
probably not gonna watch
but.
it anyway. Usually I work Monday nights, so normally I don't get to watch Raw. The only reason I watched Raw this past Monday was because I wasn't feeling well, and so I was.
That's right. Batista is lobbying for one last run against Triple H too, on top of everything.
Triple H.
That's ruthless aggression.
Yeah,
that's not Attitude Era.
Batista versus Try.
I don't.
Tell him about a try.
I don't have too much of a problem with Batista because I wasn't watching wrestling at that time.
What if Mark Mero comes down?
I hate you. Batista. Batista.
So, all right, getting away
from
my
God, Amanda shows up dressed up as Drax.
I mean, why not, why
he
not?
Just starts doing his Drax persona. I would have no problem with that.
Why not dig up Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior and
the shambling corpse of Yokozuna?
Like, just seriously, just fucking drag their caskets into the ring.
Surely Ultimate Warrior was cremated. Yeah, that's why we have that urn there.
Yeah, that's the urn that the Undertaker's carrying around.
Dude,
he put it in a coffin and it scratched up the inside of the coffin somehow.
Give him some reanimator serum. And just.
Oh Jesus! All right, we got.
I don't even have anything else to say.
This is the moment where if we had a commercial, we'd be like,
I mean, I think my soul has been Hadoukened.
Oh man!
I think that's
so. So we'll talk about NEW real quick here. So they have an event coming up this weekend called Over the Top. There's going to be a battle royal.
Oh, so it's not an arm wrestling?
It is not. It has nothing. I actually have in my notes for it. Not an arm wrestling
Well, then
show.
what's the point?
There's no arm wrestling on this card at all.
Is anyone's child up for custody?
Yeah, if nobody's going over the top, I don't want to be a part of it.
Glacier's going to turn his arm pads backwards.
Is anyone turning their hat around?
So
to show off when they're going into hard mode.
At this event, we have Joey Mercury versus Flip Gordon for the title.
That'll be a good.
And this will be in Bethany at the NEW Arena. There's a 6-man tag match, Adrenaline Rush and Christian Casanova versus Robbie E, Tyler Nitro, and Cam Zagami. We saw these guys.
Yeah, Adrenaline Rush.
Adrenaline Rush was
they're
really good.
And Robbie E's good too. He's
it's going to be a solid match. Putting them on, and same with Nitro. Yep. These guys were really solid when we saw them, so I can only imagine the 6-man. We have Man of Steel Mike Verna versus Fox Vinegar. We didn't see these guys. Ashley Vox versus Penelope Ford. It's a female match happening. Dexter Lou versus Chris Battle. We did see Chris Battle in the tag match. King Brian will be getting his coronation, which is kind of funny. He's got in the picture. He's like, it's really pretty funny. So I'm just gonna run through the participants in this big match. I have a funny feeling in this event in the Battle Royal, we'll probably see a few more people joining in. Yes. Just because they do get a lot of Legends contract guys in this, so you never know. But the number one name they listed is Glacier.
Not a good sign.
Not so good. Robbie E's also appearing in this. He's got that match earlier in the night. I'm assuming winner has got to get
something.
Some kind of shot at flippers. It's got to be something. Wrecking Ball Gursky's in this. Ron Zombie, Christian Casanova, also from earlier in the night. Josh Riggs, Chris Battle, Sexy Beast. Let's see who else. Oh, Adrenaline Rush will be in it. So that makes me think that there's got to be something.
Yeah, something happening.
Something for the winner here. Let's see. They have a guy called Dan DeMan.
Nice.
D-E-M-A-N. I love it. This American Sumo dude, we didn't get to see him. Nope. Oh, that Big Bacon.
Oh, nice. That guy.
Big Bacon Brad Hollister will be in it. This dude is...
He was the Bacon King when we saw him.
Yes, he is like a 325-pound spot machine.
Yes.
And they have like kind of a trampolini ring sometimes, so he really kind of pours it on. They kind of tighten up the ropes and then just allow dudes to go full lucha.
Yeah.
Because when you hit the ring, you bounce off the ring anyway.
Yep.
Let's see. Nico Silva, Tyler Nitro also in this one. And I'm assuming a few more because they said 30 men, and there is not 30 men here. So they usually do get, like you're saying, a bunch of the more famous guys. Those will pop up probably throughout maybe the next couple days. They also have their WrestleFest. It's a WrestleFest 12 coming up. In that there will be a Flip Gordon match. Rey Mysterio, Emma, Matt Riddle, and Mark Henry.
Oh, Mark Henry just nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have to go to that. Because it's in my hometown, too. So.
It is in Waterbury. I'm actually looking at the row 1 is sold out.
Yeah.
Rows 2 to 5 are $50, 6 to 8 is $40. This is a more expensive show.
Yeah.
9 to 11 are $30, and the bleachers are $20. There's no bad. I mean, you're in a giant high school gym, so there's no real bad seats here. Truth is, I feel like if you can't get front row in this situation, the bleachers is fine. Because we saw what happens. The front row people all just stand up.
Yep.
So unless you're ready to stand up for an entire show to watch past them, and it's the same like 4 fat ass dudes standing in the front of the hard camera side. In August they have a Wrestling Under the Stars. It's gonna be a big event.
It's in Wappinger Falls.
Wappinger Falls, New York. Yeah. But it's Rose 1 and 5 or $75. I can only imagine this is going to be almost like what we saw at Muzzy, where we got Kevin Nash, Rey Mysterio, Jack Swagger.
That's when they bring all the guys in.
Yeah, this will be a lot more guys. So we'll see about that.
That's not too far from here.
But they'll do one in Bristol, I'm sure.
Yeah, there'll be. That's there's also a lot of TVAs on here.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a lot in Bethany, and like they have it's just called NEW Live, and there's no card announced or anything.
Right.
The one after this is November 17th. So
February 17th, you mean?
I'm sorry, did I say November?
Yeah.
February. I'm looking at a whole
so
list
dumb.
here. That's what it is. I'm a big dumb idiot. So they do have some meet and greets. At that Corey Graves is also going to be Jerry Lawler. That's Rumble Weekend.
Yeah, that's Rumble Weekend. Yep, down in Philly.
And then on March 2nd there will be a meet and greet with the genius Lanny Pavo, Tito Santana. Apparently they paid him in, I'm assuming, sandwiches.
Yes.
Tennille, Rey Mysterio, and Mark
so
Henry
is what's the name of the
Virgil is not going to
Virgil. I really hope that Virgil shows up at one of these. He would.
Yeah.
I mean, off the dude a tenor. He's there.
I wonder if they can get him for the 25th anniversary of Raw. I'd like to see.
No. He was part of the Raw. He was part of the Monday Night War.
Here's the thing. He wouldn't. They wouldn't want him to show up.
He would just show up with his sign.
Be like, "Where's my sandwich? Where's my sandwich?"
He's like, "There better be some lettuce on that sandwich." By that I mean $10. So, also going on quick news about the Bullet Club show. They did announce the date. It is September 1st. It's the hashtag for is all _in _ 2018. That's going to be the name of the show is All In.
Yep.
They haven't announced where it's going to be. The only people announced for it so far are Cody and the Bucks. But if you go on their site, right, and you see the All In site that they have, in their tagger, or like in the tag, Marty Scurll's in there.
Yeah.
Hangman Page is in there. So all the Bullet Club people are in there. So you can imagine they're going to show up at this. I think it's going to be billed as a Bullet Club event.
Yeah.
They'd be stupid if they did not tag up with Hot Topic on this.
No,
because Hot Topic put their shirts over big time.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's Hot Topic presents the Bullet Clubs All In, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Because then we've even got Bullet Club Pops coming out. They're going to be coming out right around this time. So that could be a really big thing, kind of crossing over all of our worlds at least. Toys, Pops, TV,
most
all these things. But again, no venue yet. I'm going to guess they're either going to do this in L.A.
or Chicago.
Could be Chicago or possibly Philadelphia. If you're going to go somewhere, you go to the smarkiest place there is. So, I love Philly, but that's
Would that be Boston?
Smarky Marks.
Oh, Smarky Marks. Okay.
Smarky Mark and the Smarky Bunch.
Oh God, you imagine that?
They're the fat dudes
bunch.
that are just over the front row, always on their cell phone for some reason.
Yeah.
They come to a match just to talk on their phone.
Because that's totally where you want to have conversations.
They got to let everybody know where they're at.
Where they're at.
They're
so
they're at the front row of the show. So
for NJPW, they have quite the event coming up here. It's going to be a mix with CMLL from Mexico.
They do this every year. Yeah, it's called Fantastamania. This is if you've never watched Lucha, this is where you want to watch it because this is.
Sorry, Ginger Beer chimed in real quick.
Yes.
Stephen Amell is also in All In.
Oh, okay,
so yeah,
nice.
He's also put in.
So
and Cody too.
Yeah,
so.
obviously. Yeah.
All right, so NJPW CMLL.
So this is their annual show they do together. So you're gonna get that mix of Japanese and lucha, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I swear to God, if anyone from Strong Style accidentally shows up with a Strong Style, I'm gonna just.
By the way, not happening. You show up under
WWE just kind of locked that down. You show up under
a WWE contract, please.
Oh man, so Fantasticamania is nuts. It is a 3-day event. I printed out the card in 12-point font. It is 3 full pages of cards. Because here's what I did. I started. You can see here on my notes. I started writing it down, and then I was like, "Wait a minute." It keeps going. I'm like, I'm not writing all of this
Let's
crap.
just hit the highlights then.
So let's see. I'll just kind of blaze through. So they really are doing, like, everyone's getting a payday here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. To the point where one of the matches is Dragon Lee, Kawada, Kojima, and Star Jr. versus Bushi, Takahashi, Rush, and Naito. It's like, whoa!
Yeah.
So I just Bushi, Takahashi, and Naito, put them in a 3-way against each other. Yeah. We're good. But now they got Dragon Lee in on
Exactly.
That's going to be insane. So there is going to be some non-crossover matches. So CMLL is using this to switch belts and do whatever they got. This guy, Angel De Oro, he's going against Sotero. That's going to be for their middleweight championship. So they are going to decide a few championships.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Gran Guerrero is wrestling against Roja that night. He's also involved in more matches later on. So, which kind of tells the story. Like, I don't think this belt's going anywhere.
Right.
But that's that first night. So after the second and third nights of this, it's going to turn into the Brothers Tournament, and it's going to be a tournament of biological or possibly kayfabe brothers. In a single elimination tournament, winner gets, I guess, bragging rights, because it's going to be a combination of...
Winner gets the possession of their brother.
I can only imagine, honestly, that the Bucks are going to be in that. And
you got to send the Bucks,
Clearly, I feel like what happened at Wrestle Kingdom with them winning the titles from Roppongi 3K was all to build up this all-in show. I feel like that was NJPW's thank you to the Bucks.
Yep. Like, you're like, here you go.
Thank you. Here's your gift. Enjoy. Hey, lose it at that show.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, you don't win at home, and that would be awesome if someone like Roppongi could beat them, because it would blow the roof off the place. Yeah.
Like, God, that match is amazing.
Oh, it's so good. All right. So for those who haven't watched Wrestle Kingdom 12, I mean, come on, man.
Just go and watch it.
Just go. It's
just
so
watch
good.
that one match.
So let's see. Like I was saying, a lot of these matches, there's a lot of people from the night before wrestling the night after and everything.
Is Skrull involved?
Haven't seen his name in here yet, but it could be. Dude.
I know.
So,
I just like giving you crap.
All right,
so memorize.
You know, what's hilarious is Bobby T can't read, so he's just making these things
all
up.
These words. I don't know. I'm like Taguchi.
He's actually just luckily spouting out. It's just
I'm not sure if you knew this. Bobby T doesn't speak English.
So speaking,
he only knows how to say a few things.
I am going to enter the Royal Rumble.
We are going to win this tournament.
We're going to win this tournament. Do you have your passport? We are going to win this tournament.
Where's the bathroom?
Where are your papers? We are going to win this tournament.
That's all she knows.
Fantastic.
So one of these is...
Stupid!
It really is. All right, so one of these matches is Fuego
I would just
Taguchi.
like to point out that she is the champion, and they're doing that to her.
It's bad. They're jobbing her out hard.
Listen, we're talking about
we're
New
past
Japan.
WWE
Yeah,
now.
nobody cares. Nobody cares about.
You're right.
No one gives 12 fucks about
you're right.
WWE.
That's my fault.
You
That's my fault.
note-taking
Look at this.
See these notes?
Nobody cares about these.
You son of a bitch. That's the whole book. I gotta pick all that up.
Nobody cares.
You dumb dummy.
And it's out of order.
Look at this dumb dummy with his notes.
Yeah, so one of the matches, it's another three-way match. It's Fuego, Taguchi, and Soberino versus Akamura and Roppongi.
I mean,
nice.
Like,
that's not what it says.
What the hell? No, it says milk,
You're lucky
juice, strawberries, yogurt.
You're lucky I just tossed them down here and not across the room.
So here's another one. It's all right. So Atlantis, which I'm already pumped up for. Atlantis, the luchador from CMLL, is so awesome. Versus Atlantis, Kawada, Kushida, and Kojima. Versus Bushi, Takahashi, Russian Naito.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Now the question: Atlantis, is he doing a Submariner gimmick?
No, but I love it.
That would be amazing.
So, now the reason why I originally started watching Atlantis.
Double check the list to make sure that it's really what it is.
No, that's it actually says the city of Atlanta. It's a guy doing a Braves gimmick. It's very, very racist.
So, no, I love his mask. His lucha mask is awesome. And when I found it way back when Hot Topic they had lucha masks on the shelves. This is like the late 90s. I found his, and it had a T on the forehead. I never understood what the T was for, because his name's Atlantis. Should it be an A? I don't know. But that's where I found him, and then find out that, okay, he's amazing.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
he's amazing.
He bought the mask, because of the T.
Because of the T.
Shit.
Yeah, and
that's the only letter he recognizes.
On night 3? Dude, night 3 is the way to go. You got Chaos being Rocky Romero, Sho, and Yo.
Nice.
With Akimura versus Jushin Thunder Liger, Star Jr., Kushida, and Tiger Mask 4.
Is Tiger Mask 4 Kota?
I think that's Kota Ibushi. That is going to be amazing. Dude, we got to watch that one. But, okay, so the time for that one?
3
That
a.m.?
is going to be at 4:30 a.m. on January 22nd.
I'll be watching that on tape delay.
But yes, this is
you damn
crazy.
Brits making fun of us because now we have to stand for matches.
Oh, we got Atlantis and Kawada in a tag match, and what's actually interesting is this is Kawada's last match before going on his foreign excursion. So most of the young lions do have to go out and
young boys.
Is that what it is? They have to go out and
no, they have to. No, seriously.
Wow,
they have to,
no, I'm serious. I didn't know.
Yeah, they have to go to either ROH or CMLL. Do some time there.
Part of Okada's when Okada was out there, he did TNA.
They treated him like garbage.
Yeah.
That's why Los Ignorables de Japan are a thing, because Naito went to CMLL and got the whole Tranquilo thing.
They have to do like their Rumspringer
essentially,
thing.
Yes. Japanese wrestling Rumspringer.
Hey, that's cool. That's I didn't know that was a thing.
That's what happens.
So one of the other things that has been announced by New Japan, there's that brothers tag team thing. There's a Rush versus Kojima on that last night.
It's actually just
another big 3-on-3
versus Hogan.
Yeah, it's a Hogan in his Mr. America mask.
He's just brother.
I have to leave.
So
I don't feel comfortable having my name on this.
You guys have gotten too stupid.
You probably shouldn't. You really probably shouldn't. So
I shouldn't attach this to my resume.
No, absolutely not.
Oh man, I've been telling everybody that.
So in true
5 Alive.
This one is going to be called New Beginnings. And it's New Beginning in Sapporo Night 1. There's multiple nights of this, as always, but this is all NJPW.
Yes.
So this is... As I'm looking at this, I'm like, I'll just talk about the good man... Oh, shit. Well, that one's good. So I'll just fire it through. We'll try to not stop on too many things. Kitamura versus Michael Elgin. This is going to be awesome.
Elgin is a piece of crap, but go on.
Hey, it's still going to be a good match. It's going to be better than anything you saw on Raw.
Whoa.
Slow down.
Yeah, except for the part where the legs are moving.
All right, there you go.
So, all right, so...
Except for Titus Worldwide going over the bar.
Another gigantic... This is just an insanely big match. Getting everybody on the card situation. Liger, Kushida, Tenzin, Kojima, and Tiger Mask 4 versus El Desperado, Taichi, Taka Michinoku,
wow,
Izuki.
that dude is still around?
Yeah, he's part
Kitamura.
of damn it, what's their group?
He's in Suzuki-gun.
Yeah, he's in Suzuki-gun.
So it's
they're the heels. They're always beating people up and rushing the ring and stuff like that.
The match between Goto and Suzuki, they tried to come down, and that didn't go well. And then Chaos tried to come down for Goto, and that didn't. So anyway, all right, next match: Chase Owens and Takahashi versus Ishii and Yano. And again, another
Bullet Club versus
it's just about So Bad Luck Fale, Tamatanga, and Tangaroa versus Hanari, Taguchi, and Maccabi, the never open. So this is going to be the never openweight championship, which is funny because this card has the Bullet Club as champions, but
they won the championship back at
they did.
Year's Dash.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, geez, okay. Yep. All right, so next is Cody Rhodes and Hangman Page with Skrull versus Finlay, Juice Robinson, and Ibushi.
Finlay!
David Finlay! So I just saw, you know what? We'll get to this in it. Well, I'm assuming they're going to show up in this card. So, all right. So again, this is where I'm like, we'll just go through the good shit. Will Ospreay and Yoshihashi versus Takahashi and Naito.
Good God.
Show's over. Yeah. We're done.
Oh my God. Damn it, Ospreay's so good.
Yeah, with Yoshihashi and Naito and Takahashi, I just... All right, so we got Gedo, Goto, and Okada versus Bushi, Sanada, and Eva.
I just don't get it with that.
Because Sanada is currently going to be going against Okada coming up, so they're kind of...
But that's a chaos versus... Everything's factions. And
it's faction war. Everybody, and this chaos was originally started by Shinsuke Nakamura. It's had tons of members, and then you look at the current lineup, and there's 15 members.
Right, and they include Okada and Tanahashi, and
Well, what was great was going back a little bit to what we talked about last week. Jay White, Switchblade.
Joined Chaos.
He joins Chaos because they wanted him in Bullet Club, but he doesn't want to be in Bullet Club. He wants to beat Bullet Club. He's sick of their bullshit. I
don't want to be in Bullet
Club.
I don't want bullets. I want Chaos. He actually said it just like that, but with a New Zealand accent. Yeah. It was adorable.
So he tells Okada straight to his face, look, bro, we're friends now because of this Bullet Club thing, but Don't be mistaken. I'm coming for that belt.
He actually said the words, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, he did. He said, don't get it twisted. I'm coming for your title.
And then he said, rap snacks.
Right, yeah, he did. He went, Romeo Miller!
It's like grilling with my, barbecuing with my honey.
Oh, man, barbecuing with my honey. Guys, what we're talking about is our rap snacks episode. If you guys could go back and watch it, it's one of our funniest things. I don't think we've laughed that hard in a while. All right, so getting back to the card, we got Jay White with Show and Yo, because he's in Chaos now, versus, oh my God, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks.
Oh, the Elite.
This is going to be, oh God. All right, so next is Tanahashi.
Does each faction have, some kind of, representation, why they're, what, does their faction mean something that's we're Chaos because we want to just, we want to
So Chaos Chaos basically is... the good guys.
Okay. Yeah, they're the face faction.
They're all the faces.
Okay.
Los Ignoramulos de Japan.
Let's just say
LIJ.
Numeros. It's LIJ.
LIJ. They're kind of the laid back. They're they just kind of go with things.
So Naito, as a matter of fact, in the match, which was awesome. One thing we didn't get to talk about in his Wrestle Kingdom match. So Okada comes down and all the bills fall from the ceiling and everything's all good and great.
Because he's the
Naito comes in. Naito comes in and he has a white. Tony Montana meets Danny. No, what the hell was his name? Not Danny Zuko. John Travolta from Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
He's got that kind of suit on, and he gets to the ring, and he slowly takes the jacket off, and Okada's like, "All right, let him do it," and then he slowly takes off the shirt, and then Okada's like, "All right, come on, let's go." But it was like a British joke. He just kept slowly, and then he'd stop and go. and then slowly keep going. It was so good. But so they get into a back and forth. And it's really, really tight work. And then Okada goes to throw him against the ropes, and Naito falls into a baseball slide and just stops on his side and goes, because the whole thing is like, just chill.
Tranquilo.
Okay.
Tranquilo.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So that's LIJ. Bullet Club is all about we're the big bad bullies.
Yeah.
And then Suzuki Gun is the heels. They just
beat the shit out of everything.
Crap out of people,
and they have what effectively is their Brock Lesnar is the leader of Suzuki Gun. He just lost the openweight title.
Manure Suzuki. He's like he basically choked a man in the middle of a match.
Nice.
Yeah. This is a guy who's legitimately beaten Ken Shamrock. He's legit in MMA fights.
It was last week though, so it wasn't.
No, it was actually in a time where Ken Shamrock wasn't losing to anybody. He got his ass whipped by Suzuki. This dude, he's actually kind of known for his hair. He has a shaved head, but it's on the short side, and he just does like crazy patterns, and then the back of his hair is like a swoop. It's awesome.
He looks like Hayahachi from
That is awesome.
I still think Okada, I will say, he looks like the final boss in Tekken, or Dead or Alive.
I was showing my wife the Tanahashi. I think is it Tanahashi, the Ace.
Yes, Tanahashi.
I was showing her his hair. I was just scrolling through Google Images of his hair. It's ludicrous.
I just want to brush it.
There's one picture. He was just cutting a promo, and he looks like a Japanese, a Japanese bodybuilder with Farrah Fawcett hair.
Dude,
it's insanity.
That's the one thing. Like the Japanese and the Italians, like their hair.
I just want to brush his hair and tell him everything's going to be okay.
When I watch
read him stories.
It changed like around 2006 and on the Italian national team actually their hair got short and everything like that, but before that like the 90s and up until then, dude, flowing locks around the field. Like, it's just like you just see, you don't even watch the ball, like you just see the hair just like
beautiful hair everywhere.
It's just like I'm like, what is going on here? Like am I watching a fashion show? Am I watching a soccer game? Like I don't know. Like I'm confused.
Now Tanahashi is their Intercontinental Champion. He did actually take the old belt and refurbished it by hand, shined it up and everything. Thing's beautiful.
And he's
it's white
built
strap.
like a brick shit house.
God, that's the other part. Like he's like immovable, and he's like.
It's not like Danny Zuko here. Like,
I really wish he just had like a thin mustache because he would look like a 1970s scumbag.
Nice.
Next to his van, just like brushing his feathered out hair.
He's just saying in Japanese, "This is what I like about high school."
Exactly. He's Matthew McConaughey's from. All right, so he's actually their IC champion, and he's going against Suzuki for the belt. Suzuki having just lost to Goto, so Goto is the champion of the never open weight. So night 2 opening is Juice Robinson versus Kitamura.
Juice,
who couldn't go over in NXT and is massive and had amazing matches against.
I'm so happy for that kid.
He had some amazing matches versus Kenny Omega recently, actually. Yep. Second match, another big one. This is a 4-on-4. You got Liger, Taguchi, I don't know who this is, Shota Umino. I've never seen that guy before. Tiger Mask 4 versus El Desperado, Taichi, Taka, and Kinemura. So I actually almost just went to go swipe paper.
Dude, when Taka came out while watching Wrestle Kingdom, and I see him, and I'm like, and they're like Taka Michinoku, and I'm like, that doesn't look like Taka. Holy crap,
he's
that's
an
Taka
older,
Michinoku.
thicker version. Yeah. He still has the same hair and everything. So we got Leo Tonga and Takahashi versus Ishii and Yano. Leo Tonga's a monster.
And Takahashi is the Tokyo Pimp.
Yes.
He comes out with a girl. She's like she's got like a Playboy bunny outfit on.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So then we got Fale, Chase Owens, Tama Tonga, and Tangaroa, the Gorillas of Destiny, versus Hanari, Tenzin, Kojima, and Maccabi. So again, not the greatest match on the card, but still so workable, and we're gonna see. And I love that everything in NJPW is a tornado tag.
Yeah.
The proper tag doesn't really matter in a lot of cases. It's fun for the hot tag where it's like, he hits him, but it's not that important. So let's see, we got this is another big one. Goto, Okada, and Ospreay and Yoshihashi. Jesus Christ, a 5-on-5 tag. They just love writing checks.
Yes.
versus Bushi, Evil, Takahashi, Sonata, and Naito. So we're just going to see everything kind of break down into one-on-ones all over the place because this is the build for their next big pay-per-view. So we got Roppongi versus the Bucks, Jay White versus Omega for the U.S. title. That's just be a damn wow. Good, yeah. And that was night 2.
No.
Night 3 of this, which is February 10th.
Dude, I don't have the time to watch all this stuff.
Well, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me get these dates because it feels like these are a little further apart from each other. Yeah, because so night 1 is January 27th, night 2 is January 28th, and night 3 is February 10th.
Yeah, I thought it was like...
No, this isn't one big night.
No, I thought it was like, day 1, day 2, day 3, like...
Yeah, the day 3 is like 2 weeks away.
Okay, yeah.
So the day 3's got a lot of big matches on it because it seems like this is the kind of a lot of payoff, more singles matches. Got Kitamura versus Yuji Nagata. I still cannot believe Yuji Nagata is still wrestling. Roppongi 3K versus Desperado and Kitamura. Jay White, Ishii, and Yano versus Finlay, Juice, and Elgin.
Finlay.
You got Suzuki, Taichi, Taka, and Izuki versus Tanahashi, Kushida, Taguchi, and Makabe. Again, these giant faction warfare matches because that's what they're dealing with.
Yeah, this makes more sense now. Just
now it's all making sense.
That they're having multiple matches and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, that's rough having to wrestle like on Friday and then on a Saturday.
Not just wrestling. Wrestling,
high level work.
Yeah, high level Japanese work rate wrestling.
So then we got Bushi Gido, Naito versus Yoshihashi. That'll be a great match. Then got Takahashi versus Ospreay for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight. Evil versus Goto for the never openweight, and Okada versus Sonata, which this is what their setup is currently for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. So we have a lot of matches coming up. A lot of Japanese wrestling to watch. Like I said, I didn't even bother writing it down. I just printed it out at that point because Jesus.
Yeah, that's a big card for every day.
Yeah, these are like huge event cards for each day, and these guys are just pounding away at it. It seems like the middle section is going to be probably just their weekly shows. Give these guys a little bit of a break. Mm-hmm. Stop putting them in 25-man tag matches. Jesus. So, any other wrestling news you guys got?
Candice LeRae is officially signed with WWE, so that's good. Meltzer has said both Ricochet and War Machine have signed.
Yes. So, I'm afraid of what they're going to do to War Machine. I've been hearing a lot of people say they should skip them to the main roster, but what are you going to do?
No, NXT.
NXT
just toss them out versus Heavy Machinery.
Well, even more, like we'll see Authors of Pain.
Exactly. Yeah. And Austin Aries is back at TNA. Big fish in a pond.
Pretty much. He's going to win the title there, but
they've also switched
Tree
back.
Falls in the Woods, I guess.
Yep. They've also switched back to a 4-sided ring. No more 6-sided ring for them.
Good. So dumb.
Yeah. And so that's where we stand. I haven't watched NXT this week. I want to because this was the first taping in the new arena. Mm-hmm. They did it up in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. The old WCW
that's awesome.
taping arena. So once again, when you watch NXT, you get the feeling that that Triple H just really likes wrestling.
Yeah, he's just a wrestling nerd. Yeah. Well, he's never been anything but, and he's kind of always shown that, and his respect for Bruno Sammartino and stuff like that. Like you just know the dude just studies. He's a student of the game.
I've never liked and disliked a person at the same time as much as Triple H.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
As a wrestler, I don't want to see him in the ring anymore.
Nope.
But what he does, I guess, backstage and stuff like that.
I love every second.
Yeah, I mean, he is doing a good job. I never really liked Triple H as a wrestler to begin with. I was always kind of more of a Goldust fan to begin with, and so that probably is why I don't really like Triple H, because they had a feud when they were both kind of mid-carders. They were both going for the IC title and stuff like that at that point, I think in the early 90s.
You okay?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about it.
No, go ahead.
No, you're...
Oh, I'm just saying that's one of the reasons why I think I don't like Triple H is just because I was a fan of his rival more so. Mm-hmm. And just, like I said, I'm over the Attitude Era. Like, I don't need to see these guys anymore.
Yeah.
So, you have... you have so much talent already on the roster. Why do you need Attitude Era wrestlers in the ring?
What I just saw is one of the WWE champions, former female champions, who's officially in for the Rumble, this Women's Rumble, Molly Holly.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, that's fine. Michelle McCool is the other one.
I don't know who that is.
No, that's
Undertaker's wife.
She's okay. I mean,
it's just they're just trying to fill out a roster.
You know what she did though? She
got him to remove.
No, she used the Style Slash.
Did she?
Yeah, that was her move.
Interesting.
Yep. So, that's what bringing all these girls up from NXT was about. They knew they were doing the Rumble, and they got to fill the roster.
Are they going to bring the other Japanese woman up?
No, Kairi's down there for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Kairi's going after the title. So you've got 22 women on the roster.
Why not?
So now you've got 8. So you'll fill that with bringing people back.
Yeah. Why don't you just move? Have the NXT people partake in the
roster.
They'll
have a couple pop up. Kairi might show up. Ember might show up.
Yeah.
Which is great. Job out your NXT.
I would really like to see the hand that Mae Young gave birth to.
Ooh,
by now, it's old enough to wrestle.
How about the Voodoo Kin Mafia? Can they show up?
Well, I don't know if Vince will allow that. So, guys, I think we're all done here for this week. With that, we have been 5 Alive. I am Bobby T.
I am Martin.
And I'm Krizza.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let us know how we are doing in the comments below or at 5 Alive VP on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We are going to be doing a lot more of different types of wrestling. So if there is something that you're super into, you would like us to look into, definitely let us know. I want to start watching a bit more Progress and ICW as I can.
I'd like to watch more Juggalo Championship wrestling.
No, you don't.
And let us know how you feel about notes in the comments section as well.
Yeah.
Please.
So,
we need to know.
Do you like notes? Do you think notes determine our sexuality? Are you telling notes?
So, one little thing that we're working on, I'm trying to get all this lined up for us. Going down for a West Virginia Pro Wrestling event or championship WVCW.
Oh, I'm so excited
to get down there with the Arson Brothers and just have fun. I cannot wait. These dudes are hilarious. Some of the funniest stuff. There's the guy. His name is Size, Arson Brothers Size. His character in ring is Boris, and he is the Russian trope. It's so awesome. He hands out potatoes to people. It does not get better.
If he hands out potatoes, he'd be Estonian.
Yeah,
or Latvian. I'm sorry.
He was their open challenge 24-hour champion and lost it because he was drunk on vodka.
Nice.
And he got pinned.
It only makes sense.
Yeah.
When he woke up to realize the belt was taken from him, he just took a sip of vodka and went back to sleep.
Again.
Oh, he rested his head on a potato.
Well, of course.
So, guys, with that, you bought it because you loved it, and that's all that matters.
Remember, it's run by carnies. Don't take it too seriously.